ladies and gentlemen, and fellow Americans.
Let me thank all of you for being here this afternoon to discuss one of the major crises facing our country, a crisis that is on the minds of people all across the nation. In 1960, the United States the people of the United States elected John F. Kennedy as president after he campaigned in support of Truman's healthcare ideas. That election prompted serious work on universal healthcare. Kennedy noted, and I quote, "What we are now talking about doing, most of the countries of Europe did years ago."
The fact of the matter is that what we are now talking about doing, most of the countries of Europe did years ago. The British did it 30 years ago.
Canadians have a similar type program. British have a somewhat different program. French have a somewhat different program.
We are behind every country pretty nearly in Europe in this matter of medical care for our citizens.
But all over the world, healthcare is considered to be a right of all people.
What we are concerned about is the person, not who has not got a cent, but those who saved and worked and then get hit.
530,000 Americans declare bankruptcy each and every year because they cannot pay off the outrageous cost of a medical emergency or a hospital stay.
I can't imagine anything worse or anything better to sap someone's self-reliance than to be sick, alone, broke, or to have saved for a lifetime and put it out in a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months.
I am sick and tired of talking to doctors in this country who say to me, "Bernie, we have lost patients. We have lost patients because by the time they walked in the door here, they were too sick and they died and they could have been saved." All right, that's not what America is supposed to be about.
The American people are determined to put an end to meeting a challenge which hits them at a time when they're least able to meet it.
So let me just say this. If every other major country, Canada, the UK, France, Scandinavia, Germany, can guarantee health care to all people as a right, you tell me why the United States of America can't do it when we spend twice as much per capita on health care as do the people of other countries.
And then other people say, why doesn't the government mind its own business? What is the government's business is the question. In this free society of ours, the consent, and may I say the support of the citizens of this country is essential if this or any other piece of progressive legislation is going to be passed. Make no mistake about it.
The American people believe in health care for all. The American people believe that we must significantly lower the cost of prescription drugs.
Because the business of government is the business of the people, and the people are right here. We do not affect the freedom of choice. You can go to any doctor you want. The doctor and you work out your arrangements with him.
The American people should have a complete freedom of choice regarding the doctor, hospital, or clinic they want to go to.
This is not a campaign against doctors because doctors have joined with us. This effort will be successful. And it will be successful because it is soundly based to meet a great national crisis.
I think the American people are catching on, and more people are coming to the idea of Medicare for all.
The people of the United States recognize, one by one, thousand by thousand, million by million, that this is a problem whose solution is long overdue.
I hear over and over again from political opponents, from the industry, it can't be done.
We aren't able overnight to solve all the problems that this country faces. But is that any good reason why we should say, let's not even try?
If you believe, as they tell you, that health care is not a human right, you will never have health care.
We've got great unfinished business in this country.
What this campaign is about is a new vision for what Americans are entitled to as human beings.
I refuse to see us live on the accomplishments of another generation. I refuse to see this country and all of us shrink from these struggles, which are our responsibility in our time, because what we are now talking about in our children's day will seem to be the ordinary business of government.
The greatest obstacle that we face is the limitation to our own imagination.
All who are committed to this great effort of moving this country forward, come and give us your help.
Now is the time to do what every other major country on earth does. Now is the time to do what the American people want us to do.
This cooperation between an alert and progressive citizen and a progressive government is what has made this country great, and we shall continue as long as we have the opportunity to do so.
Now is the time to pass a Medicare for all single-payer program.